All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Check 3, check 3.
Outside, solid. 74.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
Here we go. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
We want it. Come to my world.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
40.
Here we go, back man. 280.
Tie it right. 4 down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I'm coming after you.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing.
From the gun, it's Wentz. It's complete to Snead. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Whip.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check. Watch twist.
Hey, Lou.
On first down, Wentz looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Gun.
53 to
Gotta go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
There he goes, left side. A big-time play there for the Falcons, and even 50 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. Some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Go. 180.
Check 45 to Mike.
Let's go. Great.
Man, I got you. Out.
Man 5-7.
He's checking. Crash.
Again, it's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, and I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Say 11. Got it. Motion. Mike, 55.
Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
We're ready. Number 53. Mike, 53. Okay, quick players. 53. Hey, South. 53 is Mike. Go. 53 is Mike. 53. Check 53. 39. Mike, 53.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be taken at the 13. Shreds the tackle. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
Man 5-7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in by Snead. 20! Philadelphia. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54, south.
53.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Here we go.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 59, ready.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Strip that ball. Strip that smooth.
Chase, space.
53 is Mike.
Check.
53 is Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I'm coming after you.
Gun.
Mike, 53.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Caught by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing. It's starting to... And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing his Wentz. That one is caught by Hunt. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check out 21. Hey, bye-bye. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
53 to Mike. 53.
On 1st down, Ryan. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Come on now.
That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Atlanta.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 2nd and a yard, Ryan. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in the team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Back, man. 280.
59, like the 59. Hey, get in the weight room.
Hey, stand.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Sunday.
Wentz now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Hey, South, 53 smart. Check, 53 smart. Gotta go.
Throwing on second and long. Ryan. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Eagles
Let's go.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
Alshon Jeffrey. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Lion.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back man. 20!
Single. Single slot. I got him left.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 45, Mike, 45. Coming for you, son.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Watch time.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Great 15.
Now Wentz looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Oh, here we go.
Throwing again. Ryan. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They run again with Hunt. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got Snead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the Falcon first down.
Check back 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the ship.
20.
Watch the ship.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Check.
Small.
On the counter, it's Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Smith trying to run for it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Come get some.
He don't want it.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
21. Check 26. Check 26.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
And it's 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Snead's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
81. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets it down to the 32. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Go, go. 280!
On first down, Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Five nine.
45's the mic. Hit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Done.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now Ryan back into his end zone. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Check. Hey, Tuesday.
Let's go.
Hey, let's go.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game.